Do you know one of the main reasons that churches fail to thrive these days is that we really haven't learned how to tap into the leadership potential of our churches? I've been working with churches and church leaders for over 30 years now. And today I want to share some more information with you on my book and the process that will help you build your church full of leaders. We're finding more and more that people within our churches want to be involved. They want to be engaged. But often in small to medium churches and even large mega churches, we don't always have a mechanism by which to get the members involved. First of all, it's based upon this notion of transformational or transformative leadership. Often in traditional circles, leadership is defined for people who have the title or who are elite or at the top of the organization. But the reality is, Jesus calls all of his followers, his believers, to be salt and light. So in building a church full of leaders, what we help you do is identify the structures that you need to build a church full of leaders, develop the skills for your leaders, and help them to stay spiritually connected to the church and the vision of the church. We want to be able to unleash that potential and that power in our churches. I'm going to show you how to do that. The second main point is the whole idea of strategically organizing. How do we get more strategic in organizing our ministries so that people can be a part of it? Too often people sit back in the pew, they come on Sunday morning to worship, they don't necessarily have a way to plug in during the week and give their gifts and give their graces. So we show you how to do that. We show you how to refine your mission, your vision, your core values, and then we give you a ministry matrix that help you outline all of your ministries and then help people identify their gifts and get plugged in. The third section of the book deals with what I call the spiritual formation of leaders. That as leaders, we are called into relationship with God first and foremost, but our leadership is more vibrant when we stay so connected to the one who calls us. We're talking about understanding our spiritual walk, and we help them assess that. We're talking about praying, staying in the Word, things that we know, but sometimes as leaders we get so busy that if we're not preparing a sermon or a teaching lesson, we don't keep those spiritual disciplines alive. So we give you some easy tools to help your leaders stay connected. And then the final section is what I call the skill building techniques for leadership. Do you realize that to build a church full of leaders, to build a church that is going to transform your community, it's really then about teamwork. It's about ministering in teams and leading together. So much then of leadership is about relationship and how we work together, how we worship together, how we serve together. So I give you some wonderful tips on building effective ministry teams, working through conflict, and making sure that we have great communication. In addition to all that, we give you this wonderful appendix that gives you tools and charts and handouts that you can customize to your church so that the lessons of building a church full of leaders become yours and your leaders get unleashed so that you can do great things in the world. The underlying message for building a church full of leaders is just that. As we transform our leaders, we transform our churches and we transform our communities.